Hi, I'm BB with Gosh Darn Dandy Time. Welcome back to my video series about if I were president, what would I do to change this country, how the people work, how the people do things, how the people live. How do you want to live? Do you want to live debt-free, or do you want to live with debt? Do you want to live with happiness caused by good finances or happiness caused by good experiences? Do you want to live with happiness caused by higher education or caused by better jobs? Or do you want happiness from all of those things? No debt, job, career, higher education, qualifications under your belt, great looking job resume, cover letter, etc., recommendation letters from all your former employers, family, friends, references, colleagues, acquaintances. Do you want to be happy? Well, unfortunately, majority of the U.S. isn't happy. We don't have all that happiness of debt-free happiness. Most of us do have debt. Most of us do have a lack of happiness. Most of us have sadness. Most of us have a lot of sadness. Because money is tight. Money is tight for everyone who wants to attain a higher quality of life. And with a higher quality of life, you may want a higher quality of education, a higher quality of finances, a higher quality of a career. But to get to that point, you need to start at the very bottom, the day you're born. And then you have your parent. You're a helpless infant. And then you have a parent. And then you have a helpless toddler who can maybe start learning how to put on their own shoes and socks and start spoon feeding and fork feeding themselves. But they're not able to get a job yet. Then they go to grade school and middle school and high school. And maybe in the end of high school, you allow your teenager to get their first after-school job, but based on grades and homework and chores they have at home and other responsibilities they have outside of school, you might let them get a weekend job, maybe 1 or 2 days after school. But do you have enough money for your kids to continue to go to school after school, aka college, higher education after high school? Do you have enough money for that? I don't have enough money for that, sorry. I don't have enough money for my future kids. I don't have any yet. But I don't have enough money for them to go to college. I don't have enough money for myself to go to college. I did go to college briefly for 6 quarters or 3 semesters. In Washington State, we call them quarters. Maybe in other states, you call them semesters. But I went to school, 2 different community colleges, Seattle Central Community College, with a lot of my time spent at North Seattle College, and then Highline College, which was a lot further south from where I lived. It was 2 buses, but I still went there anyways for 2 quarters. I think I passed 1 class in 2 quarters. But the point is, college tuition is expensive. Going to college is expensive. And when you're fresh out of high school, you may not know for sure what you want to do with the rest of your life, or for a career, for a degree, for a certification program, for a diploma. But you know you want to do something. Or maybe you're going to college just to please your parents, to please society, to please your friends or your people at your church. You're going to please society, but you're not happy with it. I wasn't happy with it. I was going to please my parents because they wouldn't really let me do anything else. They said I couldn't work and go to school at the same time, that they would pay my tuition for me. But eventually I got tired of not being able to work, and I got tired of homework, I got tired of classwork, I got tired of the typical rigmarole of the college day. For me, going to community college was a social experience. I passed a handful of classes, I audited some classes, I didn't get credit for some of my classes at all. And finals, I didn't have to cram for any finals because most of the classes I had didn't even participate in finals week, as in the teachers didn't show up, so we didn't have finals. For some people, they had finals, but my experience, I didn't take any finals. any final exams. I didn't have any of that. So anyways, my parents paid for college tuition for 6 quarters out of pocket immediately as the payments happened and accrued in the bank. And they didn't have to take out any college loans for me. But unfortunately, that's not the story for everyone else. A story for everyone else is that their parents took out college loans to help them. The story for everyone else is that other 18 to 24-year-olds had to spend their own money to go to banks to ask for college loans. And they had maybe to put up something as collateral, like their car or their house or the most expensive thing or their cell phone. Who knows? I don't know your story, but maybe you'd like to share it. College tuition is expensive, and it's not worth it if you don't have a reason to go to college. College isn't special anymore. It was special in 1910. Yes. It was special in 1810. Yes. It was special in the 1800s and the early 1900s if you had a college degree, and most likely back then, you used a college degree for your career. Nowadays, not so much. Everybody wants to major in engineering or business, but there aren't enough jobs. There aren't enough careers. There aren't enough jobs in the job industry to say, we're hiring for people who have this degree. People are beginning to become entrepreneurs and making their own businesses. But as they do that, the job pool is open, but it's not always open. Tuition is expensive, and I can't stand it when people say on Reddit or Facebook or Twitter or any other social media, well, maybe if you had a job like this, you could go to college. Well, maybe you need a degree in that, so you could do that job. Well, it costs money to have a job, let alone to have the opportunity to go to college, to go to school. And then universities require you to have either a passing in SATs and ACTs, or you have to have a certain number of credits from community college in order to go to university. Not everybody is university ready or bound or going. It's not going to happen for everyone. College isn't going to happen for everyone. Some people are going to go to Job Corps and earn a trade. Some people are going to go to their local community college or technical college and earn a trade or a diploma, a certificate in 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters for one specific thing. It's not that college is mandatory. It's that college is optional. And I think our nation is forgetting that college isn't the only answer to achieving happiness and a greater level of financial happiness, emotional happiness, physical happiness, where you live happiness. There's more to life than what college you went to, what year you graduated, what extra things you graduated from university with, like magna cum laude or other fancy Latin terms that go with your diploma. What color sash you wore at your graduation, whether you walked or not at your graduation. A lot of people don't have the time for that silliness. Or maybe it's not so silly, but a lot of people just don't have the time for all those fancy, stereotypical American college expectations and stereotypes. People have to work for a living. People have to move on. And I'm going to move on to another topic in my next video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Give a thumbs up. Please come back later for more rants on college tuition and why I hate it. Thank you. Goodbye.